Good morning, students. As we have already finished the bank reconciliation statement, now next chapter which we will discuss today, that is very important chapter, that is for most important, and that is used in the practical business also. But this chapter require the proper knowledge of double entry system, mean that is the identification or identifying the nature of transactions, that is personal, real and nominal. Likewise, how to record into journal, preparation of subsidiary books, as well as posting into the ledger and preparation of trial balance. Only this one is knowing or aware about it and practiced more, this chapter become very easy. The name of the chapter is rectification of errors. That errors mean what? Errors mean mistake or wrong. Mistakes or wrong and errors both are synonyms of each other. What is the error? What is the mistake? Simply the act which is expected to do or to perform, but one is not performing as per expectations, as per rules, as per norms, as per code, that is called error or mistake. But now that is one thing you must know, the mistake is only mistake. Mean the rules or the code were not followed or disobeyed due to the negligence, that is unknown or unknowingly act, unknowingly negligence, that is not done deliberately, that is unknowingly, innocently that is done. You don't want to do it, but it happened because of lack of knowledge of that rule, lack of knowledge of that code, you did it. That is called mistake. But if one is having the knowledge and deliberately, knowingly, intentionally one is doing that wrong, mistake, that is called fraud, and fraud is no excuse. Mistake can be excused, but frauds are never excused. So, error is the nature of the human being. As we are the human being, we may commit the errors, and these errors are committed, and once it is traced, it is our duty to correct it, to rectify it. Likewise, an accountant is also a human being. He may commit the errors, he can make the mistakes while recording the transactions into journal or in the subsidiary books, while posting into the ledger, while preparing the trial balance, one can make the mistakes in it, the errors in it, either in totaling or fail to identify the nature because of some confusions. The wrong figures have been written, entered, while posting the wrong side it is posted. All these are the human errors which are excusable, and that accused can be excused that excuses can be excused by rectifying or correcting it. So that correction is called rectification, the errors made in the books of accounts. Now one thing, if anyone is accountant is trying to rectify or correct that error by erasing that page, that wrong, or by tearing off the page, or by making overwriting on it, or by using the whiteners on that mistake, it is not excusable, and it will compound that some fraudulent act is averted, fraudulent act being done, and something is hiding or concealing by the accountant or the businessman. So it is said, if once error being committed in the books of accounts, don't touch it, don't make overwriting, don't erase it, don't rubber it, don't use whiteners, don't tear off the pages. But how to correct? By passing the rectifying entries. In another book, you make the correcting entries. So that is acceptable. The authorities, because if the once mistake being committed and this type the act being done to erase it, to use the whiteners on it, that means it is the account book is having no authenticity, and no one will believe on that particular accounts book. No one means the authorities, the government authorities will not believe. So this chapter has become very important, rectification of errors. How to rectify? It is most important. The first of all, one must know. First of all, one must know how many types of errors are there. The types of error. Types of errors. This can be classified to two types. One is errors which affect the trial balance, errors which do not affect the trial balance, which do not affect the trial balance, do not affect the trial balance. Those errors which affect the trial balance mean trial balance, both sides of trial balance not agreeing, as you've already gone through the trial balance. If the both side, debit side, credit side of trial balance is agreed, it is said all postings, commonly said, all postings and all entries are correct. But the trial balance is not the conclusive proof of complete accuracy. If the trial balance was agreed, does not mean that is every account, all entries, all postings are foolproof. All entries are correctly passed. All records, all entries are accurate. It does not mean. But the agreement is okay. But some errors may exist in the books, even the trial balance is agreed. What are, we will discuss on it. And some errors are there which make the trial balance disagree. I mean, debit credit side both are not equal. Some differences are there due to that error. So one side being affected. So this is called that error which affect the trial balance is called single-sided error. Or one-sided error. As we do not affect trial balance, both sides are equal, even though some errors are there, mean both sides have been affected simultaneously. That is called double-sided error or two-sided error. What are these errors? The two-sided errors are, see first of all this one. Error of omission. Omission mean any entry, any transaction which being made, but the entry that record have not been passed in the books, neither debited nor credited, nor it is written in subsidiary books, nowhere it is mentioned. No recording being made in both sides are nil. No record is there. Both sides are affected simultaneously. That is called omission. Error of omission. Complete omission. This is called complete omission. Partial omissions are also there. In the partial omission, it is taken into that one. Now omission. Complete omission. I'm writing here. Complete. Error of principle. Principal error means if while recording in the books, if the accountant is recording in the books rightly or correctly, but he is failing to identify the nature of the transaction, whether that is capital nature or revenue nature, and the capital expenditure is entered in the books as revenue expenditure or revenue expenditure is treated as capital expenditure, that will affect the profit or loss of the business, not the trial balance. Now listen, why it is needed to rectify, why it is required to rectify errors. Every business have the ultimate or objective and waiting for end result, that is the profit or loss. Which profit? True profit. And the financial statement should be presented. How? The fair presentation. This is the objective of every business, as well as we have already gone through the accounting standards, where all the items of transactions must apply the standards. So it is expected that in order to prepare and present and to determine the profit, true profit and fair profit, mean true and fair presentation of financial statement. If one is failing to identify the capital expenditure, revenue expenditure, then one will not get the true profit. Capital expenditure is treated as revenue expenditure, the loss will increase, profit will reduce. Whereas it is not a regular expenditure, it is the capital, it is the asset, and the revenue expenditure is treated as capital expenditure. The profit will increase because revenue expenditure is not written there, loss is not written there. The asset being increased, which asset is not presented in the books, with that presented or existing in the business. So this is wrong. It's called error principle. It will not affect the trial balance. Likewise, error of commission. Commission. This means the error which being committed in the books while recording and is recorded in the wrong book, wrong entry have been made, wrong amount being written in the journal or in the subsidiary book. You have to write 540 rupees of a transaction, but wrongly it is recorded in the books, which journal or the subsidiary books, as 450. Usually these type of errors are committed in the books. 1050 while writing, one is in hurry and write 1500. This is wrong. There is difference of 450. So this wrong is done in the books. That is called error of commission. Then if the posting made in the wrong account but correct side, posting in wrong book and but correct side, posting in wrong account but correct side. Mean if you have to post into the ledger, suppose in the purchase account, that should be the debit side, but wrongly it is posted into the sales account in the debit side. Correct side, wrong account. Will not affect the trial balance. It will never affect the trial balance. One more is, that is compensating error. The error which being committed, which compensate or nullify the other error. Mean the error being done, it is if the effect of one error is neutralized by the another error, that is called compensating error. Mean in both places, two places the error being committed. Suppose in the account of A, you have to write in the debit side 5,000 rupees, but wrongly it is debited in the A's account as 500 rupees, and you have to debit the B's account by rupees 500 rupees, but wrongly it is debited as rupees 5,000 rupees. There is no effect on the debit side, will not affect the trial balance, but the account mistakes are there, errors are both places. A's account is reduced by 4,500, B's account being increased by rupees 4,500. This is the error, but is not affected the trial balance. This is called double-sided error. Now single-sided error, this type of the errors are there. It is usually done not in the journal, but while posting these type of errors being done. But if it is done in the books, so which type of books? That is error of casting. Error of casting. Error of casting means the error of totaling. While totaling the books, subsidiary books, such as if in the purchase book 5 items have been given, 500, 400, 300, 200 and 100. Total is 1500. So while totaling, the total was become 1400 wrongly or 1600 wrongly. This total amount will be transferred to the purchase account. And the separate item means the creditor's name will be mentioned in their separate accounts. So it will affect the trial balance. This is called error of casting. Likewise, posting in the wrong side. Posting in the wrong side, in the correct account but in the wrong side. You have to post in the debit side but wrongly posted in the credit side. Now arithmetical error, digital amount is there. Wrong amount being written. Posting of wrong account, wrong amount, wrong amount. Wrong amount. Then partial omission. Partial omission. Partial omission means while posting in one account it is posted, in another account it is not posted. Such as if any transaction being made in cash, suppose payment have been made, it is presented in the payment side of cash book, that is in the credit side, and it should be posted in the debit side of that relevant expenses, but was omitted to be posted in that relevant expenses. So that is called partial error, and this will affect the trial balance. And last is posting in this error of totaling in posting or in the ledger or in trial balance. These type of errors are there which affect the trial balance. So it is very important to identify the errors. Which type of error is that? Single-sided error and double-sided error. Now we will learn how to identify the errors, whether that is single-sided error or double-sided error. Now how to rectify these errors? We will see it. Rectification of errors. First of all, we must know when the errors are detected. That is called stages of detection of error. Stages of detection of error. Then we become familiar to identify stages of detection of errors. Three stages are there. First stage is before preparation of trial balance. Means trial has not been prepared. After just posting into the ledger, the errors are detected. Second, after preparation of trial balance, but before preparation of final account. Trial balance have been prepared, but just after the preparation of trial balance, errors are detected before preparation of final account. This is second stage. And third is after final account have been prepared, then after it becomes praised, or in the next year it is detected. So these three stages are there. In all these three stages, the method of the rectifying the errors varies or become different. Why rectifying the single-sided error? Why rectifying the double-sided error? Now, in the next class, we will learn how to identify the errors, whether that is single-sided and double-sided. I have already explained, but I will give you a chart to you, and then after we will learn how to rectify the errors in all these three stages one by one. Have a good day. Thank you.